Good afternoon. It is Friday, September 9th, 2016. I'm just making a vlog because it's been a little while and lots of things have changed. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just discuss it. I feel like I definitely look a lot more masculine. I know that people say that my voice is deeper as well, but like honestly, at this point, it's just like this is how I sound. Like I haven't really noticed. I haven't been vlogging, so there's my biggest issue there. But I feel like I kind of hit past the finally hit past the mark where like I can see the masculinity in my face and so can pretty much everybody else. Like it's a really rare occasion for me to get misgendered now. And when I do, I'm just like, but I don't really bring it up, or sometimes I wonder if somebody has answers for me. I'd love to hear from people. um what do you do when people um misgender you and you want to be nice about it because you like them and they think you're cool, but then they she you and you're just like, oh, ooh, no, that's incorrect. But like I went out with my roommate the other night and it just so happened that, you know, these two very beautiful girls that were at the party that my roommate was friends with apparently. Um they both really liked me, and so we were all hanging out and they kept referring to me as female, and I was really surprised. And even my roommate, he's really great with my pronouns, and so he'll just be like, Torrance is doing this thing, he's awesome, blah blah blah, whatever. But they kept gendering me as female, and like I tried to approach it. I with one of them, we were individual side by side, and like they had each of them had called me she like at least 5 times at this point, and I just kept letting it slide. And so at this point, I was just like, "Hey, so there's something I wanted to mention. Like, I'm actually a guy. Like, I didn't mention any of my trans identity or anything. I was just like, I'm actually a guy." Um, and the first girl, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're very feminine." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm feminine. I get that. Blah blah blah." And I am feminine, so I'm not denying that. Um, and like, I don't know. She just kind of disappeared. I guess she and her boyfriend left or early or something. But I was like, I hope it wasn't because I told her I was like actually a boy. But whatever. I guess I can just deal with it. I don't know if I'll ever see her again. But the other girl, like, we were hanging out all night. We were dancing together. And I told her, I actually told her, I was like, I'm trans. And she was like, oh, I don't care. Like, she's just, I like you for you. So, that was really nice. It was really fun hanging out with her. Um, and yeah, I should get in contact with her and hang out again. Um, anyway, so yeah, I've been passing a lot, and it's come to my realization that there is this huge group of individuals back in Arizona who do not uh, see me as a guy. So it's just like, there's my family, my mom, and everybody there, and there's a big chunk of family that actually does. Not a big, but like there's a handful of family on my dad's side. I still haven't talked to my dad about my transition. I'm terrible. Um, I'm just like, I mean, I want to at this point because something happened. It's just like, every time my mom, we discuss it, we come to a standstill. That it's just like, she doesn't want to learn. She doesn't want to learn at all. Um, and so I'm just like, I tell her, I'm like, I have my own support system. I can't rely on you for support. Um, and she's like, I know. And I'm just like, and you're not gonna do anything about it? Like, what? Like, that's not what a mom is, in my opinion. Like, parents are there to support you, not guilt you into being the person that you're not, which is what she's trying to do. And it's just like, at one point she said, she said, I just wish there was a way that we could solve this and eat, like, some way we could solve this. And I'm like, well, the easy way would be to use my pronouns and, not call me my old name. Um, and she was like, well, you know, then I would be admitting that you're right. And I was just like, sorry, that shifted. Please. This is my ghetto, unofficial, whatever. Whatever. I'm just creating content because I want to do that because I just feel so stagnant. Like, I keep wanting to do all these things, and then my brain gets overwhelmed, and it's just like my brain's constantly stuck in buffer, and I'm just like, what do I do? So I'm just trying to do something. Honestly, I need to do something. Um, I'm I'm just so frustrated. Just because I feel like I could be this great individual, and I'm stuck. But I'm getting off track. Um, anyway, so I want to know how do you handle people misgendering you? Like, I feel like I should just like straight up just like first thing they say is like, "Oh, I'm actually a guy." Like, because I've had to tell a teacher before because he misgendered me in class, and right after class I was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I'm actually a guy." And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he apologized, and I was like, "It's all good, whatever." Um, but like, it's just different in social situations. So, I mean, what you guys do, you could tell me that. Or if you have advice on parents, really, really religious parents, like, I don't know how to get around it. Um, one time my mom, like, when we first had a difficult conversation, where she said that, you won't believe this, she said that me transitioning, is, like, as bad like as me dying or getting cancer. She equated me being trans to me having cancer or dying. And like I couldn't. And she also like she told me that there's all these family members that were disappointed or like they were so sympathetic towards her, like my grandma, on my dad's side. And I actually spoke with her the other day. Like, I gave her a call because it was her 87th birthday, and I just wanted to call and say happy birthday, and, we were talking, and then I was telling her, oh, I'm doing, like, training, I'm losing a bunch of weight, and she's like, yeah, you're gonna be a different person by the time I see you next. And I'm like, yeah, basically. And she's like, and I hear that there's some other things changing too. And I didn't really want to go into it. In retrospect, I wish I had. I wish I had like, seen if she had any questions, seeing if she wanted to learn more, something like that. But I was like, yep, it's what I'm doing. And she's like, well, as long as you're happy, like, are you happy? And I'm like, yes, this is making me very happy. This is what I want to do. And she's like, well, good. That's what I want. And so I'm just like, my 87-year-old grandma wants me to be happy, but not my mom. And like the fact that she lied to me about that, she was like, yeah, your grandma like said she was so sorry to hear about it. And she was just like guilty. My mom's a narcissist. And so it's just like, I wanted, this is getting too long, but whatever. I'm just going to keep going because I've gotten this far so far and I don't want to stop. I want to disconnect with her, but at the same time, it's just like there's so many things that I can't disconnect from. It's just like, because it's not like she's being terrible. She's just being terrible. It's like she's just like, she's still like my mom and she's still loving and stuff like that, but she just doesn't take the effort to understand or doesn't want to accept anything that I'm doing. And so it's just like, it's so taxing on my brain and I'm really sick of it. So I guess, yeah, if people have like thoughts for that stuff, I guess I would love to hear from people. Um, but yeah, I guess that's all I can think of right now. I'm gonna be going to work soon, but yeah, I guess that's my blog for the day. So, hope you all have a good day and give me some questions or answers, and I'll see you next time.